Thank you all for coming. May I have a roll call, please? Here. 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 If you all would join in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, liberty and justice. And now we have a moment of reflection. All right. First on our agenda is recognitions. Mr. Atkins.
Yes, ma'am. So we'll start off with primary school, Ms. Hayden, come down.
Good evening, everyone, board members, and all the guests here. So I'd like to recognize our student of the month from Newport Primary, Eden Reinhardt. So Eden started her journey, her walking journey in preschool. She has continued to shine each year in Newport Primary School. Since kindergarten, she has been recognized as student of the month during the school year, a reflection of the consistent example she sets for others. All of her teachers from preschool on have truly enjoyed having her in their classrooms. From her current teacher, Eden is such a pleasure to have in class. She comes to school each day with a smile on her face and a positive attitude. I can attest to that because I'm in car line and she jumps out of the car, always says, "Good morning, Ms. Eden. Good morning, Ms. Huffler," with eye contact and runs into school. So she really, her teacher also said, she willingly helps classmates and teachers whenever needed and approaches her learning with determination. Eden truly lives out the Walker way, being safe, respectful, and responsible in all that she does. She works hard to be the best student she can be and isn't afraid to take on a challenge. We are so proud of the leader and learner she continues to become and excited for what she's going to do in the future. So congratulations, Eden. Can you get this teacher in here to And our Newport Primary School student is Miss Whitfield, our PE. Whitfield began Newport Primary in 2018, and she is truly a talented and valued member of our NPS team. A few things that she does: she plans and leads the walk or field day, an event our students look forward to every year in May. She also brings a lot of excitement into school to our school in the period. To life through our NPS version of the Kentucky Derby. So if you've ever seen on Facebook, she teaches about the Kentucky Derby, and then they actually do their own derby and they are students of the horses. So it's become a tradition at Newport Primary School, and this really creates a memorable experience for our students and our staff members. We look forward to every year dressing up for the Derby, NPS style. She's incredibly flexible and very team-oriented. Whenever there is a need, she has willingly adjusted her schedule, stepping to help with a day's notice. Always with a positive attitude and a focus on what's best for students. This has happened twice now in her time before primary. We had a need and there was a gap in her schedule where she was working with kids, but again, with days notice, we do this. And she works every day with our MSP students in PEIS and modifies a lot for them to have a private PEIS in addition to their gen ed time. So that's very valuable for the students and our community as a whole in our building. She plays an important role in planning and supporting our Wildcat Way assemblies, which is monthly. Every event that we do, whether it's family fun night, any event, she's helping us plan it and execute it. We're grateful for her leadership, creativity, and commitment to Newport Primary School. It's something from a staff member. That she always models calm, solution-oriented interactions, embedding authentic SEL skills when working with students, reliable, and she's truly a team player. She checks in regularly with new staff and makes all the acknowledgement available. And then another staff member commented on how she consistently creates engaging and challenging lessons and encourages productivity and help while always maintaining integrity and high level of engagement and standards-based learning. And then another thing she said was after some of the items I said that she's just truly talented and a valued member of the team.
All right, our student of the month is someone who came to us relatively recently. She's not here tonight, but she is a fourth grade student, and her name is Maria Jones. Maria has done a really good job of just coming into Newport and just fitting right in, and she is doing a wonderful job of following expectations and being a leader in the classroom. So her teacher nominated her, and then the special area teachers picked her out of a whole group of kids. So we're very proud of her, and go Maria. And then I have two staff members of the month. This month it's going to be Beth Smith and Christy Tiemeyer. Come on down. This month, we nominated Bev and Christy because they are not only magnificent people, yeah, exactly. They're phenomenal educators, and then our staff is just really sad to see that they are retiring in 2 days. So we are losing these two wonderful people at the end of this week. I'm going to read some of the things that the staff members submitted in our nominations this month, and so just enjoy. So shout out to Ms. Tiemeyer and Bev Smith. They have unwavering positivity and commitment to fostering an inclusive workplace. Bev is consistently ensuring that every team member feels valued, heard, and supported, creating an environment where collaboration thrives. Bev has natural ability to lift morale, whether it be through words of encouragement, thoughtful gestures, or her upbeat attitude during a busy or challenging time. Her dedication to building strong relationships and maintaining a welcoming atmosphere makes for a meaningful difference in our daily work. Bev's leadership through kindness and inclusion sets a powerful example for us, and we are grateful for the energy and enthusiasm she brings to the team. Ms. Tiemeyer is always making sure everyone feels valued and appreciated. She goes out of her way to recognize the contributions of her colleagues, offering encouragement, thoughtful feedback, and genuine gratitude for the work others do each day. Christy creates a supportive and welcoming environment where teamwork flourishes and individuals feel confident sharing ideas. Her kindness, attentiveness, and positive spirit strengthen our workplace culture and remind us of the importance of lifting one another up. We are truly thankful for the care and dedication Christy brings to our team. Bev will be missed greatly at NIS. She brings great energy. We will miss hearing DJ Jazzy Smith every Friday. Christy, you're a rock star. You've been through so much in the last 2 years. You've persevered through it all with grace and persistence. Thank you for your knowledge and your helping hand. You've provided so many great resources, and I wish I could have worked with you for more than 2 years. NIS will miss you so much. Enjoy your retirement. Other than that, they're two of the best people I think I've ever worked with. And I've gotten to laugh with them and be frustrated with them. And they always are really great about circling back and making sure that, we keep our eye on the prize. And to say they will be missed is an understatement. So help me give them the best big round.
Thank you. No.
Congratulations.
And then Mr. Wilson from the high school is going to wrap us up.
Okay, our student of the month at Newport High School is Miss Harper Wood. Harper. She came from Fort Thomas. She has been a major bright spot at Newport. She is just one of those students that I can count on to fill me in on things. She is an amazing self-advocate for herself and her classmates. Every teacher that I spoke to said that if anybody in class needs help, Harper's there to help. She will do whatever she can to help the teacher, help other students, and it's just an absolute joy to have in class. Congratulations. And I have 3 staff members of the month, Ms. Weber and Ms. Sydney and Shalia Gotti. So these 3 are truly the unsung heroes. For being new to Newport and with Mr. Ritchie being new, we've been able to count on these 3 all year long to help us out. The amount of stuff that they do that is behind the scenes and doesn't get on the radar, it's hard to even put into words all the stuff that they do and all the times that they've helped us out. I know that when teachers are out, I can count on them to get the job done, and I don't even have to worry about it. They field all the phone calls, all the parents, angry and happy, all the things in between. They are just absolutely the foundation of what has made Newport such a great place this year. So thank you all.
Next, we have a presentation.
Yeah, so each month we've been having a board spotlight on the schools, whether it be the student councils or the 21st century programs. And today we have Newport Primary School. Ms. Casey, the counselor, is going to present on our student ambassadors. This is the second year. So almost the third year of their student ambassador program. She's going to share with the community and the board the work that they're going to do in the primary school. This is Casey. Sure.
So some of our investors actually helped me with this yesterday. There's some videos on the screen. I can't see you. Might wanna, the kiddos will be out there. You might want to move over. But I'm excited to share today about how we're intentionally trying to build leadership at Newport Primary School. For those of you who don't know, most of you do, we are K through second grade. So we have some of our, well, actually preschool through second grade. We have some of our youngest students, but the ambassadors are for kindergarten, first and second grade. So we try to create authentic leadership opportunities for our youngest learners so that our goal is for them to develop confidence and be responsible students who positively contribute to our school community. So the program started in winter of 2023 and has continued to grow each semester. Students are selected for ambassadors based on their attendance, their academics, and their behavior. Just to make sure that we have positive role models in our school. We currently have fall and winter ambassador groups. So having it twice a year allows for more students to participate throughout the year, and the rotation just helps keep it inclusive and just more opportunities for some of our kiddos. These are second graders. So we center on three primary goals. We want to promote a positive school climate, so that's our first goal. Our second is to strengthen academic and social emotional learning. And our third is to build the foundation for college and career readiness. We know that our kiddos are young, but we hope that we're helping to build a strong foundation for them as they progress.
Benefited by their activity, their hard work, and happiness.
Our most recent Wildcat way was to tell the truth 100%. In his fresh in his mind, yes. We also want to align with our district goals. So we think about, and I know our district is continuing to develop the idea of a portrait of a graduate or a portrait of a learner, which is basically just developing not only the knowledge that kids need to move forward after high school, but also all those other skills like communication and interpersonal relationships. And so we try to align with that as well. So the ambassadors develop communication skills through their opportunity to do public speaking. They practice being responsible and engaging with citizens in the community. So they kind of, anytime we have an opportunity for them to represent our school, we invite them to do so. We just want to develop lifelong learners through meaningful experience. But through the program, students practice responsibility by modeling expectations daily. They learn collaboration through teamwork and shared leadership opportunities. They also get the opportunity to practice public speaking skills and at our assemblies and our school events. And they build a strong sense of community as they represent Newport Primary School both inside and outside the building. And this is one of our kids' feedback. Doing one of our career interviews, we talked
So that the second graders can understand how to do better, so they can have better brain and follow directions quickly and fun. Because people will know that they will be good, respectful, and responsible. So the student ambassadors are supposed to help other kids follow the rules.
So some of the things that they get to do, slides for, so they get to eat lunch together. So just to build that community among each other and share experience, they eat lunch so that they can build relationships and reflect on their leadership opportunities. So that's some of our, actually those are our kindergartners at their lunch table. So at the primary school, the students always sit with their homerooms, but on Wednesdays, the ambassadors get to sit together. They also help lead assemblies. So on Friday mornings, they take turns coming down for morning announcements and leading the Pledge of Allegiance. They also serve, when we have events, they serve as leaders. So as people come into the building, they greet them and show them where to go. And one of their big things that they do is they basically lead our Veterans Day assembly and make connections with things that that are important to our services, how it relates to our school expectations of being safe, respectful, and responsible. They participate in a lot of assemblies. They also help welcome new students. So when new students enroll in our school as part of their transition, we allow the second graders to give them a tour of the building and introduce them to staff members along the way. So these are a couple of our second graders giving a new student a tour of the building. And that gives them an opportunity, a leadership opportunity, but I think it also helps the newcomer have less anxiety about the size of the school, the newness of it. They get to represent our school at community events. So when we have parades or things like that, they're invited to represent our school. And as second graders, they have an opportunity to do career interviews. So for our college and career unit, they go out in the community and they interview professionals. We videotape those and have a collection of videos so that all the teachers can share those with the students as we explore different career options. And these are just some more pictures of them demonstrating basically they model our core expectations every day, being safe, respectful, and responsible. And they have fun as well. So you can see a couple of our girls doing caroling around the community. The middle picture was after an interview with a dance instructor. She was showing them some of their moves. And then we have some kiddos in a parade. And again, we always try to go back to those three primary goals of creating a positive learning environment, supporting the academic and the social and emotional learning that's happening, and just building on those fundamental skills that they're going to need as they progress through school. For our next steps, we just continue to refine the program. I feel like it takes a few years of figuring out what works and what doesn't work. So we will continue to refine the program. We would love to expand and add more opportunities of leadership and maybe do some alignment with the intermediate school and just provide more opportunities for students to share their voice. So that middle picture there is just an example of a survey that we do just to get students' perspective on things. And so we want to do more of that moving forward. So those are some of our goals for moving forward.
Very serious. Just to say thank you for coming. You all do good stuff. These skills are very good.
Yeah.
Success.
Anything you need from us?
That's a hard project.
Oh.
You guys look good. It's really grown and the kids are excited about it.
Anyone knows of any interesting local careers?
Yeah.
Try to see what they need, and then the kids can go interview, film those interviews, and we share with the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any suggestions, we can interview.
I think this is city commission.
Oh, we did a city up and last year we did,
We did a lot.
oh, yeah, well, it was a lot. We did, water fire welding, and they had to actually help them weld, where the equipment to protect themselves, and we did healing.
Any journalists?
We haven't done a journalist yet.
Is my right behind?
Yeah, we done police fire, public works, they got to be on big equipment, next year, and so this year we're doing the videos last year, it has a lot of time and effort to do the interviews and make the videos, and then this year we got career, so we kind of build this library of videos. We made a relationship when I was in Soto, and we've been there, I had my price range for dinner, but they got to go behind the scenes and see where the chefs made the pasta and all those other things. So it's really
Great program. Very good to start those dreams. Well, thank you. Take 2-minute break so we can congratulate our students and family. And then we will see our meeting.
Two.
We got to feel. agenda is, our annual financial audit, Mr. Paul Maddox. Ms. Snap, do you have any brief introduction or anything you want to say before you come?
Thank you for listening. Coming to our meeting this evening and presenting financial audit this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me this evening. So, okay, 7 pages of slides, kind of summarize the 89-page audit report that was done. So the first slide there is just a quick introduction about us, talks about the scope of the audit, and then the 3 reports that we issue. So we issue a report on our financial statements, we issue a report on our internal control and compliance, and that's the 3rd report on our compliance with federal programs. So that audit package is 80 or 90 pages. 90% of that are your numbers, only 3 reports are mine. So the majority of that audit report is the district's audit report. And we issue three opinions on those. I'd like to just spend a second talking about responsibilities. So the financial statements that we audit are the district financial statements. They're not our financial statements. We're getting those, like Kim understand. There are financial statements on them. So the numbers are yours. We audit those numbers. Likewise, the internal controls are your internal controls, not mine. I'll have to tell all the boards and councils that I meet with that the internal controls are important because it should be on them. And if you don't know those policies you set, you need to make sure those things are sound. We're doing a financial statement audit, not from Rizzy, not two separate things. Rizzy looks for fraud, financial statement audit looks for financial statements, it says use financial statements, they're presented. So as a board, make sure you have oversight on policies in the district that keep the internal controls. So when you are audit, we look at your internal control, that is not to be you responsible to oversee those.
Trust me, we're in Ms. Snap's office and I'm quite often. So.
Just a executive summary on the audit. So we get excellent cooperation every year around here. So Kim and Shannon and Lisa and everybody else, we're always very helpful when it comes to documents we need and the access we need and answer our questions as they come up. So that's never been an issue out here, but then we report on it. And a full audit package is a 20-page memo that talks about accounting policies. There's a new accounting policy that all districts adopt this year on compensated absences, which is pretty sick. Government accounting standard board who makes these rules decide that they measure that differently in the current year. So every district did that, and that increased the liabilities. We do that for the board. That's just the standards change. It's not even the 3 reports that I talked about earlier, we issued an opinion on those, and all 3 of yours were unmodified opinions, both clean opinions. So based on the work we did, the testing we did, your financial statements you gave me were fairly presented. Numbers are good numbers. We didn't have any comments on internal controls, and we did the test of good compliance with federal programs and we issued for federal compliance. So those are the 3 reports we issued, and we were all clean opinions. We were not aware of any matters of fraud or legal facts. Come across it, we do a lot of we bring it to you as a board, but that's not the case. We did issue a manual letter to very exactly the audit, talking about some school activity funds. Those are very common, almost every district has school activity fund comments. We have both defines what needs to be done with school activity funds. At the school level, we have a lot of turnover in bookkeepers and secretaries at the schools that you have to retrain. And then we even have to train somebody else. It doesn't happen. But I'm just read those comments, talk to the schools, and just make sure everybody's on the same page with those. As far as the numbers, so this first graph is your net position, which is balance sheet. It's district wide. So this is your general fund, your construction fund, your food service fund, your capital fund, district. So your assets, liabilities, and the difference in that position. Your asset looks pretty good. It's also in the last 2 years. The liabilities have decreased a little bit in the last couple of years, so the acquisitions have increased or stayed steady in the last 2 years. So that's a pretty good picture of financial health for the district. The next slide talks about the liabilities. There's pretty big pots of liability. Sheet one, bonds. That's your largest liability. That's on the left. I think grow the current year because we have bond issue fiscal year 2025. I'll get that in a bit. The next two are the pension liability and the retiree medical insurance liability. You cannot control those two. Those numbers are given to you by the state. So the state actually determines how they're funded the state pension plans are. And every school and every city can only pick up their portion. That's what those two numbers are. Those actually decreased in the current year, especially the retiree medical insurance took a big drop 2 years ago. And then went down again, which makes your overall balance sheet on the previous slide look better. These liabilities go down. This next slide is the revenue and expense trend for the district. Again, it's district-wide, it's just all. So the revenue peaked a couple of years ago with federal government. That's happening. And then those have decreased significantly, as you guys are well aware. Your expense line also decreased, which is good to see on the district level. Brought that down with it, so we should be committed for that. Those lines didn't cross a few years ago, they weren't crossed, but the revenue of expenses district-wide for the last 3 years, so that's a plus. This is the source of the revenue. The orange line on the top ends up being in the middle of the state revenue, so that's now surrounded with it. The blue line, which is kind of grown slowly over the last several years, is your local revenue. And then the gray line at the bottom is your federal revenue. You see how it ramped way up. When that COVID money coming in, and what's right down. When the COVID money is gone. That should level off, I would think, 26, 27 when we go forward. That's what every district experience. If you're low revenue, all the revenue is gone. This next two slides talk specifically about the general fund because it's important to keep the general fund healthy. It's the main operating fund of the district. So on the left of the assets, business liabilities, and the fund balance, which is the difference between the two. The assets did come down in the general fund this fiscal year. We'll see that on the next slide. The liabilities on the general fund are always very small, it's just very accounts payable for fiscal year outstanding. And the difference is the net position. So net position did decrease in the general fund, but it's still a strong number. So the general fund is still healthy. We don't want to see the general fund net position decrease every year. They can bounce around a little bit, down, back up, back down. We don't want to move down. And this next slide will show you the general fund revenue expenditures. So I do 10 school district audits, and I think if not all of them, 9 of the 10 have graph like this in the current year. So I'm just telling you what you guys already know. As that federal money went away, when the federal money was here, school districts had staff and programs with that federal money. So when it went down and went away, a lot of times staff and programs stayed, but you could not pay for that out of the special revenue fund anymore because the revenue was not in the special revenue because it was not. So those costs are pushed over to the general funds. With the general fund expenses go up. General fund revenue, we have state laws in the state. So like I said, it's this graph. If not 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 school districts. That's the graph of 12. And then you get the way to address costs and benefits of 2026 are a little different. This fund for the general fund, which is looking at the day for that, especially revenue fund. But your general fund still healthy. Previous slide, it's fun. If we continue that year after year, the general fund will not. We address those issues in 26. You see how that contingency in 26 budget, 10%. Pretty good contingency to that. So So, instead of all the numbers.
Any questions? Yes. Majority presentation. Right. Very easy to understand.
Good. I'm definitely all in pages. You'd appreciate that.
We did that.
Okay, yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, you can reach out.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Next, we do this comments from the audience. You want to sign up? We have the minutes from the January 28th meeting, the February 4th meeting, and the February 11th. Any questions, comments, or corrections to the minutes? Not having a motion to approve as presented. It's been moved in second, all in favor? Next, we have the treasurer's report. Ms. Snap?
Chair members report. I've often. You have my report. Questions I've already answered. Do you have any questions?
Any more questions for Ms. Snap? I'm satisfied with the answers. Any questions regarding the invoices? Financial report? As well. And I need a motion to approve, the paid invoices, and to include also, bank reconciliation statement. And I think, there's two other invoices that we separate from the monthly. Did you all have a chance to review those? I need a motion to approve, to include the invoices for invoices number 13 and 14 with the monthly invoices. It's been moved in second, all in favor? Aye. All right, thank you. Student Learning and Support Center, Mr. Atkins.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. Each month I like to highlight two more. And I'm going to continue with instructional leadership this month. And as always, this is a collaborative effort. It's not me, it's leadership team for teachers and administrators. So that's the first thing I'm going to say. In February, district and teacher leaders from all three schools met to build a district-wide math instructional vision. So the teachers, administrators, district leaders met, started working on a math instructional vision, mission, also talking about what are some of the defined responsibilities for students, teachers, and leaders around the area of math. And then the group is also providing input on a potential high-quality instructional material in mathematics for the 26-27 school year. So bringing in teachers, everyone together to give input on a potential math instructional material for the new school year. Ms. Planner also reviewed the projected timeline for that implementation of the HQIM, just to make sure that it's a very inclusive process for everyone. The next piece, so we've been working with the KDE quite a bit in a really good way. Our school leaders participated in the professional learning facilitated by KDE, focused on enabling conditions for effective PLCs. So we brought in our principals, some of our other school leaders, along with district leaders and KDEs, helping us just get a consistent PLC process across the district. Really starting with the why, making sure we have good conditions for that. And then also KDE, also a different group from KDE came in and working with our portrait of learner. So we had a meeting with district leaders, also school leaders, beginning to look at our portrait of learner. And our portrait of learner is a community-driven shared vision and articulates the essential skills, knowledge, and dispositions our students need to thrive in an ever-changing world. And so the goal is next, and once we get input from our district leaders and our school leaders, then we'll go to the schools, then we'll go to the community in terms of giving us input on that portion of the program, and just revising that document. Hopefully having a finished document by the start of the school. So we're starting now, then we'll get a lot of stakeholders. There are a few agenda items in new business. New business, you'll see our tentative staffing allocations. And those are exactly what they are, they're tentative, the final allocations. These allocations are determined based on the staffing procedures. And I'd like to note that the number of teachers, that's typically based on student enrollment. So there's a formula with the number of students that you have, and then that's the number of teachers that you allocate. These are tentative right now based on enrollment. These positions also do not include positions on programs or special positions, and as I mentioned, and right now, it's essentially the minimum position. You will also see fundraising requests for the high school or the middle school. The last thing on the agenda, you'll see the NACCON. NACCON stands for the National Council for Mental Wellbeing. Ms. Kate has been invited to attend that, and the co-op extension is going to cover the cost of the hotel and registration. We're going to pay for a lot of the costs for her to go to that. The district's going to be responsible for the traveling meals, and that can be personal use. We pay for that. Okay, so in case you have to pay for a lot of it, and then we'll pay for travel and meals and travel. Finally, I'd like to highlight, so all public school superintendents in the state, they participate in the new superintendent training in the first or second year. So right now, I'm on the new superintendent training, we like once a month. We'll vaccinate. And then we all receive a mentor, we get one-on-one support. So I'll introduce Ms. Tinkley, who said no. This is my mentor from Bellevue Independent. She's been supporting me all year long. I just want to introduce her to the community and the board. Anything you would like to say?
Thank you, everyone. I'm a neighbor. So, take this opportunity just to share the board how much I appreciate working with Mr. Atkins this year. I would like to think that he has learned something from me. I've been doing this for 10 years, but I do know that I have learned from Mr. Atkins in this. So it has been a nice relationship that, you know, it's helped me too. And also being here, I'm taking notes and tomorrow. So, I think it's always great in education and, you know, we can be collaborative with you as kids. And, that's one thing that I see in Mr. Atkins is that he's very student-centered. I saw that when I did a visit over here, and we're going through the hallways, and, you know, they're all, you know, talking to him, and he's interacting with students and staff. We met out in the community, and, you know, he's a picture of the community as well. And, I think it's been a little bit of a tough situation. I know he's ready to dive in further. And, so, and, sorry. But I really have appreciated him and just really stayed up tight, not only professionally, but also enjoying mixing up him.
It's been really good for me to see. I didn't feel like this has been awesome, and then also. Yeah. Any questions on the information I shared? I'm really excited about the instruction. I'm excited about the work that's going on. I'm being a lot of chimney and see it. So
we get the portrait of the lower down. See that?
yes, we will do staff before it.
So I just wanted to add that when I was at the meeting conference, somebody else was talking about portrait of a learner. Rather than saying portrait of a learner, it was a portrait if we had a portrait of the wall.
We talked about that today. Some people call it portrait of a graduate, some people call it portrait of a learner, logo calls it portrait of a panther. And one of them was calling some kind of like, so those are things that can come through the committee and through the group and stakeholders and even thinking of a logo, we talk about our students designing our portrait of a learner, like, and our logo, so that they can see their students' ownership.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah. This is something that we just gonna start last year. We'll tell the line,
We've had it for a while, but now it's just kind of make sure we got people.
I'm happy with the building and consolidating it. More successful, yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Only thing that I would like to add is just to reiterate that staffing allocations, there's a formula that we use. It's not anything driven by ulterior motives or any short selling or anything like that. It's the formula that states this is how we allocate teachers per student, and it's not the final allocation because that will come in May. But I just wanted to reiterate that.
And each grade level is a different, primary school, K through 2, 4 to 1, and as they get older, there's, the student teachers.
Thank you. Next, we have the ribbon. Hello.
So we did have our portrait of the honor teacher graduate meeting today. It was seeing the coherence across all of the departments and including or planning to include community input. A really good path on side of it. So you have that report. Do you have any questions? And I do want to clear, the math curriculum that we're using or that we're looking at is K through 6 right now. So we're going on a cyclical thing, so it will reach out to the older grades soon, but we don't plan on a K through 12 yet.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Atkins shared that you are doing a really good job into the data.
Always.
So can you kind of share what you've been doing?
Well, this weekend, I was looking at IRA scores, and it's really hard when you see just a general number, there's a whole grade level, a whole school, and I wanted to break it down to see who is growing. Is it our highest performing students, is it our medium performing students, or is it our struggling students? And it was really interesting to begin to see some consistencies across contents or across levels. And it was really interesting to see what did not have consistencies, or to try to make that correlation between who's using an H2R fidelity and what do their numbers look like versus where, maybe they're not there quite yet, what's their numbers look like. So it wasn't consistent across the board anywhere that I saw yet, but it was really interesting this weekend. It's what I do for fun, so. But when I do find something that I feel like I can have, when I feel like I can have a real theory about what our data is telling us, I will be happy to share that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Any questions or keep up the good work?
Yeah, thank you for such a comprehensive report.
I appreciate that too. And I know that we touched on it, but I am really proud of our teachers, our literacy and math teachers. They volunteer their time to come. It's cross content areas. They social studies teachers, reading ones, EL teachers, administrators, special education teachers. We have a lot of teachers and a lot of staff members who are very dedicated to our students' success.
Good news, that's good news. Thank you. Thank you. We need to get that out. All right, Ms. Stewart. Madam Chair, members of the board, you have a copy of the people personnel report for February. Any questions? I actually attended a class at KSB. Part of that was finance class, and they talked about add-ons. And one of the things that really stuck with me was attendance. How, you know, if a student is taking out, the calculations are different if it's their whole day and half a day. Yes. And if it's less than a half a day, then there's no money, correct? Correct. So each of that, so the scenario she gave was, for example, a kid leaves school at 11, the mom or dad comes to pick the kid at 11:15. But by the time the kid goes around to his locker, to get his things and all that, it may be 11:35. And she said, and those extra 20 minutes can make the difference between a half a day. And so she told us to make sure that we're tracking the time because we lose money if we report the wrong time. It's in the details.
So we actually had a 10-minute as to what the attendance percentage will be. And I do have to give kudos to Melanie Rickett. She is the administrative assistant for the third floor. She actually, we had received and was working with the state department, and the numbers just kept coming back to red. She got into what we call a sandbox and put it in a calendar, and we rolled all of our kids into it. And she was able to calculate down to the minute. And so then that information is then communicated to our attendance clerks. This is new for us this year. In years past, we were, as soon as parents came in, requested their students, we were running them through the Raptor system. We were using Raptor as our sign-in, sign-out, just part of the internal control to make sure that we were being accurate for attendance as compared to what was actually happening in the school day. What we found when we began running those numbers was just that, 2 minutes difference can make a huge amount. That can take you from a 92% attendance rate to 93% rate, which, and then we're talking about. Yes. So absolutely. So that is something that we have to do.
Very good, very good. Any more questions? I see we're holding strong on attendance, even with all the.
We are, and just a reminder to the board that we publish that every day, 5 to 10 o'clock. It usually, you might see a few minutes, it takes us a little bit of time to get those numbers plugged in, but it is active every day. Obviously, just to our community members that might be here, please go and check that out. We have two different data dashboards. One is for daily attendance, and that's really great for parents. If your child's homesick and you're not sure, get on there, look, see, and what you're finding is it may be that attendance is running great in that class, and it might be that attendance is a little bit lower that day. So it's just an extra piece of information for you as a parent. The other piece to that is we also have our demographic dashboard. So if you're ever interested in what the demographic makeup of Newport is, that runs by attendance month. And so we just closed attendance month 6. So you're going to see everything for enrollment for each month that we've been in school this year. You are going to see what the enrollment is for the close of that attendance date for each grade level. Also just our gender and then race demographics, where we are at the close of each month for attendance, and what our goal is. One additional piece is we're also including chronic absenteeism information in there, so you will be able to see the rates of kids who are at 100% attendance, and then how many are running at 95% attendance, 4%, 3%, but you will see that information there as well. And that's just another way to kind of gauge the health of the overall system, and then and also just keep our community informed.
What system? You said parents can also see that.
Yes, so if you are on our district webpage, newportpodcast.org, If you scroll down just a little bit over on the left-hand side, you're gonna see one that says calendar and data dashboard.
Yes.
You click on it, it's gonna give you three options. You can see your demographic data. The next one over is going to be the daily attendance. And then the last one is the school calendar. So over time, we hope to add to those. And we're actually going to be, some of us are going to be attending training on those dashboards and how to get that information out to our community and our parents so that they can use that as a tool for us.
Very good, thank you. Is, like the snow day, the virtual one, how's that topic?
So, I want to say that it is an attendance day first and foremost, but we're not going into our management system that way. We measure attendance through student engagement and student, whether they are in Google Meet, whether they're in a Zoom meeting, whether they are communicating via email, whether they are in one of our online programs. And then for those kids who are struggling, they can also be meeting with the teachers and staff upon their return. What they do with attendance is you actually get the prior year AADA, or they're using that seat number from the prior year, and so that is actually substituted in. So what happens at the district itself is that each of the schools, and I'll use the primary school for an example, all of their teachers have already loaded what the lesson plan is going to be, what the student expectation is, and then they monitor and track which students they're able to engage and which ones they have to be back up with. They complete an assurance form, which then goes to the principal and myself. We just do a data quality control to make sure that we've got student work samples that match what the lesson plan is. And then there is a special place in our management system where I will go in, change what that day looks like in the calendar itself. And then we enter in what our teacher participation was, and then what our student participation was. So again, each of those documents are backed up with having either my signature, the principal's signature, and the teacher's signature, so that we know what we're playing at. We do maintain those records. So for each of the last 5 years that we've done non-traditional instruction, we still have all of those records.
Is that based on they just logged in, or they logged in for an hour, 2 hours, 3
No,
hours?
we're not measuring did they log in, because then we would have kids just log in and then maybe log back out. So no, it is the task completion for those services.
Very good, thank you. And the next one is the special education update. Or, you have my report from the election month, do you have any questions? Any questions from the senior? Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.
I saw the school safety report on there as well, and the frisbee, I think that's a busy report, the frisbees. We do what we need to do our students are ready to learn. All right, next is old business. There isn't any. And new business, we have the personnel report. Anyone? Any questions or concerns on that? Yeah, Mr. Atkins pretty much covered the items that they just background on those. Any questions or any agenda item we need to pull or discuss? Need a motion to approve agenda items 1 through 7. It's been moved and second, all in favor? Next, we have board comments and Summer needs to get a very worthwhile opportunities from high school.
And there's been a lot of things happening in high school. Just this Saturday, we hosted a started. We hosted it around 10 schools in the in our national program FCCLA. We had a lot of students play, and they were really much in state competition. My sister filled out state application, and so she'll be running for state office. And I think she was be a state officer. And then this Tuesday, yesterday, we went to FGLA regional debut, and we had 9 students play first and second and third in their categories. And then next week on Tuesday, we have a lot of students competing at the indoor track state in Louisville. Then the boys basketball team, they won at their senior night. There's been a lot of it.
Thank you. We did get it by email, but I did not see it. The banner was being displayed and is now electronic, you know. All those banners were in the hallway. You can find it, but yeah, we had the banner. And now there's, you know, electronic, so you just have to stand there and wait. Fortunately for us, it wasn't by email, so. Which was, and it was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal banner. Stand there, make sure everybody sees it.
So on our district Facebook page, you scroll down to the KSBA banner was created by Ms. Reese and so the students at the primary school.
Yeah.
Really recognizing our 150th commencement this school year and all the teachers and then online. And so you get a chance to do the district Facebook page. You can see the
It is. It's very impressive, right? Yeah, kudos, yeah. Everybody, any other comments or? No, need a motion to adjourn. So move this second, all in favor? Still, the game.